Welcome to the Patty Show. My name is Patty Setiatti, and in this podcast, we'll explore the crossing point of the three P's: passion, pleasure, and positivity, and how they can lead you to your own personal paradise. We'll chat with inspiring guests, share practical tips, and dive into stories that will empower you to live your best life. Let's get the Patty Party started. Domo arigato, everybody. Welcome to the Patty Show. I'm Patty Setiatti. We're here at episode 5. Crazy. I can't believe it's episode 5 already. Right, studio audience? Yeah! Thank you. Budget cuts don't allow us to fully have the audience, but it's okay. You know, today we're focused on pleasure, our second P, and embracing enjoyment. But before we talk about pleasure, let's have a little recap about last week. So last week's episode, we were talking about turning our passion into reality with our boy Gali. Shout out to my boy Gali. I hope you're doing well. Yes, of course. Mr. Future Wide Receiver of the Seattle Seahawks, of course. NFL, UFL, all the FLs. Sign my boy. Anyway, he gave us a ton of insight into his life, in Bandung, Indonesia, Australia, Jakarta, in the US, everything. And how having the mindset to win and having an alter ego and being that dog, so to speak, can help us overcome all. That's how we do. You gotta be a dog, not a puppy. Puppy Patty. But speaking of puppies, the big dog is in town. Okay, I'm not alone, as you can tell. Video podcast is coming soon, as you can see, and eventually you will hear. Joining me is someone who has learned to prioritize pleasure and joy in their life. He's smiling and laughing. Okay,
yes, sir. They
truly embrace enjoyment, as we say, and he is the talented, smooth talking, stylish model, emphasis model, signed, y'all, with the witty humor and height that makes NBA players scared of him, my brother, Vince from Loqui. Come on now, my brother. Woo! Or should I say, Vicente? Could you say your full name again?
Vicente?
What is it? Yeah. Full name.
Okay. My bad.
It's okay.
Vicente Emmanuel Viamonte Mora.
Woo! Ladies. Cuff him up right now. Goodness gracious, it's hot over here. Oh my goodness. You said Vicente?
Emmanuel Viamonte Mora.
Emmanuel? Hold on, I'm learning Spanish now. Emmanuel?
I don't even speak Spanish.
Well, we're going to learn today. Emmanuel?
Viamonte Mora.
Viamonte Mora.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot.
See.
I don't know. See, it's going to be the Spanish podcast now. Well, bro, thanks for coming, bro. Can you give a quick little intro about yourself? Social security, all that.
Oh yeah. Credit card details.
Yeah, of course. You're funny, bro. Told you, witty. Yeah, tell me about you, man.
My name is Vicente. I'm a model currently.
He is, yes, sir.
I was born and raised in Inglewood, California. I'm really artsy. I love painting, drawing.
Yeah,
stuff like
if you
that.
guys could see, this guy came in all dripped up. I was like, wear something comfy, nice. Bro comes in from New York Fashion Week.
I swear to God, I asked him, what's the vibe? What's the attire? And he did not clarify. So I was like, all right, I got to go all out. No,
man, I should have pulled up with my suit next time, bro. I was come on now.
This is my staple, though. I'm not going to lie.
No, you're always on point, though, bro. Honestly, for real. When you guys see the video podcast coming out, you'll see his Instagram too. What's your Instagram, by the way, bro?
It's gonna be 888, the number 8 3 times.
Okay. This is some double stuff, yo. You said 888,
and then vomit. The word vomit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna switch it up pretty soon.
I'm actually curious because I've known you for a while, and I don't know why you have that name.
What the vomit name comes from?
Yeah. What's the? Give me the explanation.
All right. So I used to have this friend group that we'd go drinking quite a bit. And I always had this thing where I just would end up throwing up. But not not the embarrassing type of throwing up all over the floor and in front of everybody. Yeah. I'll just be like, all right, it's coming. I'll be right back, guys. I'll go to the bathroom, throw up, and come back. So a couple people, I just got the name Vomit, and it stuck with me. And I was like, you know what? I like it. But nobody else really likes it. Everybody's like, what's up with your Instagram handle?
I mean, bro, because also vomit, bro. You think about the word vomit, and you're like, ugh, it's not the best.
No, yeah, I get that completely.
It is unique though, and I think that's good for your branding and marketing because also an artist, you have to kind of differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
So everyone's always gonna remember. Okay, 888 vomit. Like who else has the username?
Yeah, who else has that?
I'm like, come on now. The thing for me, my last name is just crazy, so people don't know how to say it. So that's a good thing, bro. So that's how I differentiate myself.
Yeah.
Speaking of the podcast, is Patty Show Podcast at PATTYSHOW Podcast Instagram. We're trying to get 100 followers.
Yeah.
Keep following us. We had 100 downloads the other day, bro. So
wow,
it's blessed, man. So I can't wait to hit the 200.
What are all the platforms you're on right now?
Yeah, we're on PodBean is this cool app. It has all different podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I think Samsung too also.
There we go.
It's this app, bro, because like, I'm not tech savvy, to be honest with you, as I say, as I work at Facebook. But I found a platform called PodBean, and it like I was gonna say in Indonesian, but it like spreads it out to different platforms instantly. Instead of making like one Spotify account, it goes like to Apple, and then it goes to this one, it goes to that.
So it's kind of like a database to control.
Yes,
all
sir.
of it.
Yeah, so much easier with content. So I'm trying to get better at that. If anyone wants an internship, unpaid for now, looking for some editors, all that stuff.
It's the hookup.
Of course, the hookup right here. Make some art and stuff like that. But yeah, man. Thanks for sharing where you're from. Also, do you have any passions and dreams you want to share for people?
Nah.
Oh, that's crazy. that cut.
I like to be mysterious.
He's mysterious.
I do want to get more into photography and styling. That's probably like my main interest right now. Eventually, I do want to get into like making clothes, but financially, that's not always the best path because I'm not trying to just do prints on a T-shirt. I would actually like want to get into it, make designs, and go from there. But yeah, that's basically it.
Bro, that's awesome. And I think we talked about it before this, obviously.
Yeah.
So before this, y'all, he was at New York for like 2 weeks. He got flight out there, agency, doing his thing, modeling, all that cool stuff over there. Sure. And that's where you kind of found that, like, I guess, epiphany moment or, like...
No, 100%. When I was out there, I ran into this photographer literally on the street. I think the most recent Instagram post, that was his photos of me.
Oh, bro, those are amazing. You guys got to check it out at 888 Vomit. Right? See? Yes, sir, bro, I'm good at this. I told you, bro.
No, but yeah, that photographer, it was really nice because he gave me the comfortability to style myself for these shoots.
Awesome. Oh, my. So usually, bro, can you walk me through this, like, for people that don't know about the modeling industry and stuff? People think it's just like, oh, take a picture, you gotta look good, that's it. But there's like different levels, right? People style you, and they have different pieces. You do take 50 million pictures and even videos. Walk me through that whole, like, a day in a model.
Yeah, so it kind of depends what you're doing. So there's like test shoots, which are to build your portfolio.
Yep.
Then there's obviously like paid shoots, which would be like, if you're gonna go be on a campaign or on a billboard, for example. There's editorials, same kind of vibe. You have usually if it's a big brand, even small brands, doesn't really matter. They'll usually have a stylist, makeup artist on set. For your test shoots, it's a bit different depending on who your agency is. Sometimes they'll pay for a stylist, sometimes they'll pay for a makeup artist. It really depends. Or they'll see somebody that wants to collaborate and build their own portfolio, so they do it for free. So it kind of depends what agency you have and how that goes. Usually, even for like, then there's the other side of it, which is runway.
Oh, that's
runway
different.
Runway is like completely different from all of that. You have to get your walk down. You have to have a lot of confidence because when you walk in that room, that's the main thing they're checking out. You can have a unique walk. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can't it's not identical to everybody else. But your confidence walking into that room is like a big factor. Because they don't want somebody going on the runway that's going to be nervous or slips and falls or X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So that's one of the main things they look for. And test shoots and stuff, it's literally just a photographer that you might know because your agency might resend you to people. Maybe not though. What actual photo shoots where you're getting paid, they do have the expectation of you knowing how to pose. There's going to be photographers that are a little bit more directive with what they do. They'll be like, oh, do this pose or turn that way or pick up your head a little bit or X, Y, and Z. But yeah, that's kind of usually how it goes. There's a lot more that goes into it, obviously, with keeping your physique at the same level, trying not to gain too much weight. Not that you have to be super skinny. That's like a misconception. That's not
because there's also like plus size models, but it's like keeping the consistency, and it's similar to like the entertainment of other stuff like acting and some modeling. Well, just like because I told you I'm represented like for theatrical, print also, and commercial. It's also like you just have to keep a similar look. Yeah. Because when they look at your headshots and your past work, they want to hire someone that's on that page. Like I can't do it 100%. If I'm bald, for example. I have hair, guys. I don't know if you could tell I have hair, so that's why I can't cut this hair off. That's the only thing that sucks about entertainment. You can't really change your look like crazy unless you're like a Justin Timberlake or something where 100%. Like it doesn't really matter what they look like. They can pull off. And they also like hire him because we're still like in the up and coming, but we're gonna make it out there. Manifestation. Sir. You know how we do it. But we obviously didn't meet through modeling because I'm not as good. I gotta tell you a story later about
same level.
I'm trying to be like you, sensei. But I did do some runway stuff, bro, and it's hard. Like when he was saying that stuff, I had like a flashback because it's all tempo, it's beat, it's also like the music. There's like and the flashes are still strong. Like even today, 100%. It's crazy nervous because there's people around you, and it's just like you're wearing different types of clothing. There was one where I love my boy. I know he might be watching this. Fashion design. It was like a ski mask, bro, and it looked like a sock. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I was like, damn, this is kind of tough. It's like hard to breathe in a little bit, but it's just like those little things where it's like you don't think about it, and then you're just kind of going. But so all respect to all the models. Shout out. Maybe my wife is a model. Who knows? Maybe his wife is a model.
We're working on it.
You're still single, right? Yeah. Oh, complicated. That's a story for Patty Show After Hours.
Not complicated.
Okay, pretty simple. We'll have to unpack that on another episode.
Yeah, off the record.
But continuing off like where we met. So how did we meet? Well, walk me through it. I want to hear your perspective on it.
So I was on Grindr one night.
Okay, this guy's crazy. Actually, my username is Patty Cakes with no hands. If you want to swipe right. No.
But we met at this job that I still work at, actually. It's called Loqui. It's a fast casual restaurant. Yep. And from day one, we hit it off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
From my point of view, great worker. Everything worked out. So, that's where we met. I think it's a great spot. Most of the friends that you have, well, not friends, but most of the people you know in LA are kind of from there too, huh?
Yeah.
Do you communicate with people from the store still?
Sometimes I try.
Like here and there. We're busy people. We're all
this guy does a lot of things, so we all try to keep busy. But so we met at the restaurant because you came back. Well, I got hired before. So you were working before. When did you start working? At 21, 22?
22. So I got signed. I got hired in I believe September.
I told you, NBA player, guys. NBA player. Later you'll see how tall this guy is.
But September 2022. I think you got hired when I was out in London.
Yes.
London
so he went to London. See, look at that. This guy's making it work. Like, so it's funny. This is my side of the story, but it's funny. So when they told me this is a guy Vince in London, I'm like, oh my goodness, a model? He gonna come back? I'm like, I would have left because I went to London too, bro. London stories.
London is.
We could have a whole series about London.
Oh yeah.
My God.
London
is the place.
New York doesn't match. No hate. All hates New York.
He's not playing though. Like I love New York too, but also we'll have to unpack that a little bit. But so he was in London while I was getting hired around January. This year actually. Yeah. That's when I started Loqui, and then he comes in, and then we just obviously at first a little quiet. First we try to gauge the vibe.
I was sick when I got back.
Yeah, you were still under the weather because I remember pretty vividly because you're tall first of all, and you besides that, you always gave the good vibes. Like everyone there was nice, but you were bottom of my heart, bro. You one of my homies, right? This is the flower section of the Patty Show. Where I give my flowers. I think I mentioned this on the first episode, but one of those youngins because he's only how are you again? 21. One of the youngins that inspired me to make this podcast and do my thing is. He's right here, guys. He's right here. Special appearance from one of the youngins right here. Because, man, your passion, bro, and your, good vibes with me, bro, we chop it up like we've known each other for, 20 years.
Yeah.
You're barely 20-something. And then your passion to pursue the career in modeling and just always have that grit, even when it's, 50 million customers doing some crazy stuff. And I don't know what to do yet, but you're like, all right, do this. I'm like, I got you. We work together. It's always such a pleasure, man. And, pleasure. Another P. There's going to be a lot of P's for the Patty Show.
A lot of P's.
And just... Man, you're just inspiring, bro. So I just want to give you your flowers and thank you again.
You are too. No, seriously. He kind of taught me the progressive overload thing. I'm all hard and heavy into whatever I do. Pause, not like that.
P for pause. Hard and heavy, guys. You heard that?
But because of that, I burn myself out in a lot of things that I take interest in. So, for example, ever since I got back, I have a little bit of guidelines of how I'm working my way up to it. As we were talking about working out and running and stuff. Yeah, because with the running...
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I went crazy with that.
I know, bro. You put... This guy, when everyone in our, job started running, bro would do, 5 miles out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, you barely did 2 the other day.
Yeah.
But that's the grit, because it's the balance of, you wanting something so much that you push for it.
Yeah.
But then you got to find that threshold where it's, you don't push
what can you actually take?
Yeah, because then... exactly. Because then, if not, you're just going to grind into nothingness.
No, yeah.
Because there's some people that, you can't teach grit. And that's why, I said, your energy inspired me a lot, bro. That's why, I just kept going. Because, to be honest, bro, I working at a Mexican restaurant, bro. I graduated college already. Yeah. The fact that I took that job again, it felt like taking steps back, right?
It felt like regressing at that
But if anything, I think of the analogy of, a bow and arrow. I guess I pulled it so back. Now I'm launching forward little by little. So I'm grateful, and I met like great people like you. I met Gali also for example because of the restaurant. Yeah, everyone over there, shout out everyone. They're gonna be on the show eventually. They're gonna be on the show. I gotta get James there. I know.
Oh yeah, you do need James on here. 100%.
Oh yeah, James, that's my boy. I gotta get him soon. Yes. He's busy too. Yeah, it's just like I'm just so grateful reflecting on that time because now it's like, what, it's gonna be October, bro. I moved here last November, end of November. So not even a year, and just a lot has moved around, a lot has happened, you know. A lot of growth. And I'm blessed, and I'm glad that you're here. We're gonna have a fun chat today to the Patty Show. Well, we had a long intro. please get some of your protein bar. Please get some of your protein bar. I'm good for now. I'm trying to be like him, you know. You see his pictures, I'm telling you, crazy. He's like lean is not even the word to describe it, y'all. So our first talking point today, man, we're talking about pleasure, of course.
Yes, sir.
Redefining pleasure. So my first question is, what does pleasure mean to you, and how has it evolved over time? Yeah, sorry. I got you mid-bite. I forgot. I realized you were eating good. You have a lot of pleasure.
Oh, my bad. But I think in my younger days, I had a definitely weird perception of what pleasure was, which was like partying, kind of what the media kind of pushes on you, and what, I don't know. I think everybody that's young, that's kind of what they start up with, depending on your family and the friends you're around. Is like partying. Intimacy. Yes. Fun times.
A lot of different pleasure.
Drinking, drugs, raves,
all that stuff. Yeah.
As I got older, I'm not that old, I know, but you start to appreciate the little things. For example, we were talking about earlier. Like I actually really do enjoy running, and I come from a sports background, but for the last 3 years of my life, I've not done anything like competitively.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I do find a lot more pleasure in, and that process was redefining it for me. So I think this last year has completely redefined what pleasure and what I see it as.
Wow, I'm glad that you recognize like the difference between like what you perceive pleasure as and like society. We kind of touched it a little bit about like distinguishing that, like you said, like how usually, especially like younger generations, even like me, sometimes I think about it because of social media.
Yeah.
The pleasure part is like partying, having fun, drinks and all, which is like there's a time and place for it. I still like patty party. You know, we keep the patty party going. I love me a good party. But it's also like, it doesn't have to always be that. And everyone thinks it's always that or the highway kind of thing. So my second kind of, lead up question to that is, how do you distinguish that between like societal expectations and personal definition of pleasure? And following up with that, like what gives you pleasure even more specifically? I know you mentioned like the running, but is there anything else? Like I see a book over here, y'all. The basics of booty. I mean, how you say? Whoa, hold on. I don't want to. How do you say this name?
Nichiren.
What'd you call me?
Nichiren.
That's gotta be racist. We're gonna cut that part. Nichiren Buddhism. Yes. Oh, it's getting hot. We're getting heated now. We're getting heated right here. Yeah. But we're getting more intimate. That's what we do at work. No. I don't work there anymore, so it's okay there. Yeah. But bro. So how do you like distinguish that, like the difference between like societal pleasure and then your definition of pleasure?
I think that's actually touching back into the first question, which was, like, again, societal pressure. I mean, pleasure is kind of just what the area and the environment you grow up in. So it's very dependent on, like, your parents, your friends, X, Y, and Z. Trying to, like, differentiate the two is when you get home after doing those, like, pleasurable things, do you actually feel happy with yourself?
Fulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like, all right, I actually enjoyed that. That was fun. That was worth my time. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these times I would like come back from hanging out with friends or like just doing anything basically, and I'd feel very drained, very tired.
Like someone sucked the soul out of you.
Exactly.
Wait, we're talking about the same thing, right? Suck the soul out of you in a bad way. Because there's a good way.
Exactly.
Wait.
No comment.
No comment. He's not trying to. No dating. Okay. This is what happens usually in the show. This is the moment we just make random stuff. Yeah, sorry. Continue about the sucking the soul. Yes.
But yeah, I feel like that emptiness when you finally get back to your comfort spot, which has always been like my room when I'm like secluded. That isolation kind of gives you that. How do you say it? That I'm at a loss for words. I'll skip that, but that isolation kind of like rewires your mind. You get to get introspective.
Yes.
And you get to actually think about what happened, and were you laughing and smiling because everybody else was laughing and smiling, or were you laughing and smiling
because it's a genuine like
the situation at hand? And I think testing out different things, even if it's solo, like going on to movies by yourself, going shopping by yourself, like stuff like that. That can like show you, oh, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I actually really do enjoy doing, and this one, sometimes I enjoy it, sometimes I don't. For example, journaling. I used to never like writing. My hands would always like cramp up and stuff during school.
I was writing this like breakdown, and my hands were like, I haven't written in ages, bro. It feels so weird too, because with technology, even with typing, I'm not that fast, to be honest. It's so weird.
No, yeah, it's definitely a different feel.
Yeah,
after,
right.
Like, you're out of school for a little bit, and you start writing, and it's like,
I probably write the same with my left. To be honest, like the level is probably at the same. It caught up, you know.
Yeah. So I think journaling has been like something I really enjoyed, and I would never have thought I would enjoy that. Running actually is something I really do enjoy, but even that I wouldn't have thought I liked it, because I hated track in high school, and like I didn't want to.
I mean, running itself, if you think about it, it's like such a chore. Cause you're like,
and it's not during it when you enjoy it, but until you hit that like runner's high, but it's that afterwards. It's that sense of accomplishment.
That runner's high, bro, it's ridiculous. Like that feeling is. I feel it even during like that certain threshold. Maybe like after like a solid 2 miler.
Yeah.
Once you hit that, like
when you hit it.
Yeah, and then you're like, whoa, this is great. You're like, I could go forever, but obviously you can't because your legs don't fall. But not for you, bro. This guy, you could do 10 miles if you wanted to.
Oh no, man.
I know we gotta run back into
them knees.
I know, because you're like 6'20", 6 foot 20. Because this, I'm telling you, this guy's like 6 foot what? 5?
6'3".
And he's lying. He's 6'5", because I'm 6 feet.
I'm not 6'5".
Yeah, I'm 6 feet, so don't stop playing.
Actually, bro, let's be honest with the camera. I'm actually 5'8".
No,
tell them the truth now, bro.
See, bro,
Patty's at 5'1".
No.
We love a short king. We love a short king.
You know, we used to talk about that all the time. I'm like, my friends that were like, yeah, I'm only like 5'9". I'm like, bro, you're at least 6'2". What does that make me? Like, because I'm technically.
That's my favorite game to do at the bar when drunk kids or anybody comes up to you. How tall are you, bro? You're so fucking tall. Oh my god. And I'll be like 5'8", straight face. Move on to what I'm doing. They were like, wait, what? I'm 5'7". What are you talking about? What do you mean? That sobers them up real quick.
And they're like, wait, maybe I'm like 5'2". Like, starts starting like, let me call the doctor real quick. I need to get a surgery. Oh my god, you funny, bro.
I'm gonna start doing what people under 6 foot do though. I'm gonna be like 6'3", so that makes me, I'm basically 6'4" on a good day. 6'7", basically, if you add it up, right? Round to the nearest.
There we go. That's what I do, bro. I like carry the 1 and then put it in a decimal and then put it in Braille. And yes,
put it in Braille.
Sorry. If I offended it, we don't want to get canceled yet. Just episode 5, okay?
No. Season 2 though.
Season 2, we're gonna get canceled all the time. I'm kidding. But we kind of talked about like what gives you pleasure, like the running, the journaling. Anything else that you want to like shout out to? Like, I know you have that meeting coming up.
Oh yeah, Buddhism, which is SGI Buddhism, which is Soka Gakkai International. That's like the group. It's not just like the Buddhism that everybody does. It's a bit separate.
It's what is it again? It's called
Soka Gakkai. I think I have it right here.
Oh yeah. So
SGI. You can just call it SGI.
SGI.
Okay, I might not be pronouncing it the best because I'm not. My pronunciation and things are not the best.
No, I don't even speak Spanish. Bro, you said your name like a poet. I was like, what is it, Vicente?
But I've been stuck with it for the last 21 years.
Oh, that's fair. He had 21 years. I had like
21 years of practice.
I had 2 seconds to learn the middle part. I didn't know about the other part.
Let's try it one more time. Emmanuel.
Vicente, Emmanuel. There
we go. Viamonte.
Mora. Ah, see?
There you go. See?
Mami.
You killed it.
Okay, mommy, you know what I'm saying? We going to Mexico in January.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm excited, bro. Did you see those new glasses over the Meta ones? Not just because I work there. With the camera, but now they have a translation feature they're rolling out.
Really?
Bro, it's like almost instantaneous, like 2 seconds buffer.
Oh, wow.
So like, imagine you're talking Spanish. It reads it like to my ears, in English, and then I say English, goes to Spanish to you, bro. Like, bro, traveling.
Wait, no.
When we go to Bali, bro.
It'll say it. Wow.
Bro, I'm telling you, that Bali trip, bro.
Nah.
Thailand. Guys,
we gotta get some.
Patty show on the road. Watch out. That one will be rated R. I mean, rated P for pleasure. Extra pleasure. Oh man. That's a story for another time. But yeah, so you said the Buddha. That's so cool that you're doing it though, because also for context, y'all, before I left Loqui, which was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Something like that. You mentioned how you were doing this group just to do it, right? Just to try it out. But
I'm still in that phase, kind of, where I'm like, I like learning about everything.
That's good though, bro. That's good, yeah.
So I grew up Catholic, or no, I grew up Christian in foster care.
Okay.
Then my family's Catholic. Then my aunt decided to be a Jehovah's Witness.
Praise the Lord.
And then I went to London, and I learned about like Islam from the people that I was staying with, and people that I met like around the circle. Everybody I met was Muslim for some reason, which was very interesting. Very, very interesting how that worked out. I guess I just don't know anything about Judaism, or not enough to speak on it.
Yeah.
And then this is also just something I'm tapping into.
Bro, that's respect. But that's why I said, like, this guy inspiring in that way. Like, bro's a youngin', he's just learning. And I'm like, wow, you can never not be a student, you know? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, and I feel like when I was younger too, bro, like during the college, I'm like, man, I hate school. But I hate the institution. Yeah. Still annoying, yo. Those student loans, yo, hook me up. I need to finish them up.
No,
that's why I'm making this podcast. Trying to pay it off. We're getting there eventually. Yeah. But like, the idea of being a student is such a powerful thing, and I think I've learned that a lot in the past year, where I kind of had to, like, you know, not lower myself down. I feel like that's a bad term, but like humble myself more and just learn from everybody. People that are older than me, that are younger than me, same age, different backgrounds, even more. And like having that restaurant job, like, and shout out to everyone over there. Of course, you over here, bro. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Fun time, like learning so much, bro. I'm telling you, like during the restaurant, we talk about everything.
No,
like,
everything.
Bro, we could talk about
potential of getting fired. Talking about everything.
Oh yeah. No. Not really, Zyra. Please don't fire.
Please. Gally, don't show her this.
Please don't show her. Don't show the tape. But yeah, bro, because like I feel like that's how you learn the most, from living. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like reading is cool. Like I need to get back into reading, honestly. But I feel like I've learned so much this past year from just experiencing people from literally different walks of life and interacting, working with them, be on the same level, and I don't know, it's a beautiful, powerful thing.
No, it's
very
beautiful.
And that gives me a lot of pleasure, honestly, just meeting people. I could talk to a box.
What kind?
I don't know. Just a random box with stuff from Amazon.
On the way here, I was just telling you, I was chatting up that old dude.
Oh yeah, he was chatting up some old dude, sugar daddy.
Tap in.
Hey, you gotta tap in somehow. You know what
no sugar though, but hey, tap in.
Like I said, student loans is crazy. I might have to do your strategy, bro. Let me take notes real quick. So his name was, but yeah, it's always nice because in the end of the day, like everyone's from different walks of life. You know,
exactly. Everybody has a story.
Everyone has a story, and you could literally talk to some random person on the bus. You guys could have so much more connecting than you think, and it's like the most beautiful thing about life. Like we literally, bro, didn't know each other a year ago. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like that's wild. But now we're like super tight. It feels like I've known you. Like literally, bro, I feel like I've known you forever. Cause like we just be chopping it up. Like we went to that bachata event. Shout out to Rosa. She gotta be on the event, the podcast too. that would have been fun.
That'd be funny.
But bro, that was fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. These people dancing, bro. The bachata. Yo, shout out to all the bachata dancers out there. Yep. They're crazy, man. The way they move. And the thing that's crazy, bro, it's not like all improv kind of. Like they just do it out of nowhere. But they know the moves. Like they imagine the next practice. So we're gonna do a little hand gesture, you know, and then okay.
And then you lead, and then you spin.
See? He taught me all I know.
Putting me on to a lot of that
bro,
stuff.
It's crazy because I did it before in college, like a Latin dance club, but it was like choreo. So I'm like, okay. And I thought the basic moves were just 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
But they have like the spin, the twirl, the backflip. Like I'm like, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, and it's no communication. It's body movement that you read.
It's crazy. They don't even. They're not like, yo, let's do move C or B or whatever.
They're not like exactly.
It's just they look at each other.
You get that mentality of
making
like,
the plays.
Call out the play.
Exactly, bro. Play and pleasure. Another P. But thanks for sharing all your pleasurable stuff, my man.
Yes,
I appreciate you sharing because, like I said, I'm grateful that you're here and you made it on one piece. This guy's grinding, taking the bus, taking the same stop as me.
Yes, sir.
I know that stop, bro. I used to hate it too, honestly, because you had like 3 buses before you, the same number, right? Really? I think so, yeah. Because I was waiting for you over there, right? Uh-huh. You were
207.
Yeah. I kid you not. You were on 9th Street. I'm on 5th. He's like, yeah, I was probably like 5 minutes away. I see 4 207s, and I'm like, oh, I remember. That's exactly what used to happen, bro. Really? They always had delays, and then eventually they would pile up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
that slows it down even more.
It just slows down
so
even more. That's the only thing I love about New York, the public transit. Way better. Isn't that crazy, bro?
Way better.
You could miss a train like 3 times, you still get there faster than missing the bus once here.
Oh no, yeah, 100%.
It's crazy.
Same thing in London. London is insane.
London too. Their transit
super fast.
Piccadilly line. You know that Piccadilly line.
Go on today.
Yeah, this he's more British actor too. We do it all, you know. But man, this is why I brought him here, because he loves to prioritize joy, which is our next talking point. Look at that transition. Prioritizing joy, another P. So my man, my question for you, I'm gonna let you take a couple bites, but.
Go ahead.
What are some practical ways to incorporate more pleasure into your daily life? Like, how do you see yourself doing that? I know you mentioned the running. You going to the Buddhism meeting, what's it called again? Let me make SGI. Yeah, SGI. I'm going to get it. There's a lot to remember because his Instagram is 888vomit. See, I got you. I'm locked in.
I know, bro.
I'm locked in. Tap in. And, of course, our Instagram is at Patty Show Podcast, PattyShowPodcast. I feel like I'm in I look dead in the camera like I'm a spelling bee, bro.
It's like one of those commercials where they read the fine print.
Oh my god, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, and then you're gonna explode. Explosive diarrhea. Like, I know, commercial acting is so funny, bro. They literally make you do like some random stuff. But anyway, yeah, going back to the question, what are some practical ways you incorporate more pleasure into your daily life? I need some tips for people out there.
So journaling is one thing that I do big now. It was actually something that took me forever to actually get into and actually like lock into and do it on a daily basis.
And you have a physical journal?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Where'd you get it from? Target?
I honestly, no, you know what? Actually, one of my friends in London gave me that journal, and I've been stuck with it not stuck with it, but I've written it in it this entire year, and I'm pretty sure by the end of the year I'll have all the pages filled out.
Oh my god, that's awesome. So that's gonna be satisfying.
Almost there, and that's the first time because I've had like multiple journals over the last couple of years.
But
I've just
now,
never locked in.
I've done journaling kind of on and off, like some with prompts and whatnot. Is yours like a free flowing one? Like, give me like your outline. Imagine like we were gonna write a journal like I guess
like we're gonna journal right now.
Yeah, we're gonna journal right now. Like, how would you guide me as a beginner journal?
So I think this is why the pleasure part ties into it. For me, journaling is more of like, what did I do that day, or what do I need to put out?
And you do it after your day or before usually?
It's so funny. So it kind of just depends whenever I get the time.
Gotcha.
I'll try to do it once a day. Sometimes obviously life doesn't permit that. You get busy. But usually in the mornings, right before work, I usually, I'll come early.
I know the commute, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
this guy used to live even farther from our job. Like, your commute was what, like one way, like almost an hour?
An hour and a half.
Yeah, crazy. He's bugging, but he would always come early because me and him, we love the morning shifts because we would be out of there.
Yeah,
bro. Literally, I think that's also why we connected so much because we saw each other almost every day.
Oh yeah, basically.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
because I would refuse to. Well, I didn't refuse, but I wouldn't work.
I'm like, all right, can we do it? Yeah, I would love the morning shifts better because more flexibility at night and whatnot. Yeah. But so you would journal during like on the way to
like either at work. Usually, because like on the bus, I don't know, I can't focus on.
Yeah, it's hard.
There's a lot of
stories in the bus. Public transport. I'm saying it's bad, man. Love LA, but that part, man.
Yeah, but right before work, say I was like feeling a little off. I think something that I struggle with personally is expressing myself verbally. Obviously, I talk a lot, but that's different than actually expressing yourself.
Yeah, of course.
So if I'm coming to work and I feel like some type of way or I feel like a little off, I'll just write. And not really write about what I'm feeling, if that makes sense. But, like, for example, the other day, I literally wrote down, I'm just writing to write, and then things just started flooding in. Wow. Sometimes your mind does go blank, and that's what makes it hard for people to journal. It's like, well, what am I going to do? Write about my entire day? Write about every interaction? No, not necessarily. You can even draw. I do sometimes draw. Sometimes I'll write like a sentence or two.
I mean, you also have all these tattoos. Like this guy, when you guys see the video, we're going to have a whole episode. There's so many. I don't know if I can talk about all of it. That's a lot.
I'm trying to get more, but you know how modeling is.
Yeah, you have to keep it consistent. Yeah, that's what we're talking. It's the hardest thing, man.
Yeah.
But so you said sometimes you can draw too in the journals, bro?
Yeah. So I do have a couple pages in there where it's just like maybe a sentence or two, and I was like, you know what, I don't feel like writing.
And a picture of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, tons of pictures.
Yes, perfect.
Laying down, all of that.
For my grind. Wait. It's for my Grindr profile. I'm kidding. Tinder though. Stop playing Tinder. Unblock me. Unblock. I mean, I'm kidding, guy. No, I'm joking. What did he do?
No.
Let's just say little Patty came out. I'm kidding, guy. I'm kidding. Please, mom. I'm sorry. I can. He's like, I can. I'll send him to you later. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
Sure.
But I didn't even think about like that journaling, like, making the pictures, because I have a lot of friends. Like, shout out to my boy Lucario. Also, he does a lot of journaling. His has like a kind of a prompt too. So I'm like, I might try to get into it, but I don't know. I might try to get into it because my other homie Jan, he told me about vision boards and all this other stuff. I feel like it's great for, especially guys, we don't talk about it a lot. Of like what you said, the introspection. What did you say?
Being introspective.
There you go. Yeah, introspective in yourself because especially we're raised in different backgrounds, but bro, we're both guys. There's a lot of times in our lives when they were like, all right, put your head down, play basketball. Put your head down, make money. Put your head down, blah 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 blah. It's never, all right, hey, well. Don't talk about it. It's rare to find that, and that's why I'm glad we also connected too, because I mean, during work, sometimes we get deep. Like the conversations,
100%.
bro. Like when it's dead at like 2 PM because no one's there.
Yeah.
Everyone's just chilling, doing their own tasks. We're just like, yeah, man. So life this, life that. What are our dreams? And it's nice to have that balance because obviously the grind mindset, I think, is also important too. You can't just be lazy.
Yeah. 100%.
And you kind of need that dog, like we were talking about with Gali's episode.
Definitely
like,
to balance. Though.
Yeah, have that persona of like, yeah, I'm locked in. I gotta wake up this early. I gotta do this, that, whatever. But also, there's a time when you have to be like, I'm chilling.
No, yeah.
Because we're all human beings, kind of thing. So, thanks for sharing about the journal. Now I might have to have a Patty journal. Cause
I think with the structure, it would be a bit hard for me. Like if I had prompts every day.
Yeah.
But I do think just kind of freeballing it will help like a ton.
Okay.
Because you don't have to really write about your day. Like you can write about past issues. You can do shadow work. I don't know if you know what that is.
What is that? Shadow work?
So shadow work is like, say, for example, you were traumatized by your dad in this situation or whatever. It's basically writing about the situation at hand and like kind of unlocking it from your subconscious, because that's a lot of what men do is like, okay, we're not supposed to deal with this right now. Let's put it in the back of our brain. We don't consciously do that, but it's always back there. We do have things that are instilled into us. So yeah, like even writing about your traumas, writing about how it felt, and then being able to look at that and reflect and be like, well, it's not to make excuses for your parents. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, everybody has like a little child inside of them. Like at the base root of them, they all have like a little child inside of them. And then when you look at it from a different standpoint and you look at what you're writing from the outside point of view,
yes, sir,
you'll start to think, oh, my dad did X, Y, and Z because he was raised da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't excuse it. It doesn't make it right. Of course. But it does create understanding, and it creates that space to forgive them.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm kind of getting in that point right now where forgiveness is like, I don't know, something that I'm trying to instill more, because like, parents, they're human beings too. They've done their fair share of like trauma. Personally, for my life, like my dad doing some stuff, and I'm still like kind of dealing with that right now. But I think it's been better when I have like you said, taking that time and really like not giving them excuses, but realizing, we're
they're
all humans. We're all and it comes back to that we were talking about. Everybody in this planet that's a human is a human. We all have our bad days. Obviously, don't go crazy on the cashier. Those crazy customers out there. Like we're all human beings. Like we literally, we need to eat. We need to go to the bathroom. We have pleasure, passion, positivity. See, 3 Ps. Trying to get that personal paradise. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had the show. But it's hard to obviously do that when someone like did you wrong, especially like a family member. Like I can't. I've definitely had some points where I'm like, damn, my own pops did this. My own mom. Like, it's a lot to deal with. So like, the fact that you have the maturity to like, bro, I'm telling you, this guy youngin and he's already leveled up, bro. And that's the youngin coming out. He did the you don't have to throw the TikTok hands right there because we're gonna put on TikTok eventually. But yeah, man, that takes a lot of maturity, and like I said, it's good to be around people that acknowledge that we're not perfect, not far from it, honestly. That's the reason I have this podcast, because like I'm trying to hold myself, because we talked about it before the pod, but like I literally moved to LA for like my dream of entertainment, and my number one thing is to have my own late night show, own show, like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, all that stuff.
Exactly. And
I did everything under the sun in entertainment. I did like a short film where I was a Zumba instructor, coming out soon. That's gonna be fun. In Indonesian, that's exciting. Stand-up comedy. I did improv. Signed to an agency, dancing, but I didn't do like the thing that I wanted to do. My agency literally was like, I asked them like, even before I got signed by them, I was like, hey, okay, so I want to be a late night show host. You got any tips? Like, what should I do? Like, when you guys sign me, like, how are you guys going to guide me and all that stuff? And then they were like, yeah, so do you have a podcast? I was like, At that time, Patty Show wasn't the thing yet. And I had a podcast before, like, in college. It was fun. I had a really fun time. It was a radio show, too, and everything. But I stopped it, and I guess I was just nervous, because I'm like, that's the one thing I really want to be good at. And I think in life, whenever you find, I'm sure you could agree with it, when it's something that you really care about, your butterflies, it's not butterflies anymore. It's like a moth or something. Because it's like, even though I knew I was going to chop it up with you, like my homie, I was still super nervous. Because I'm like, I have to get locked in. I have to ask the right questions. I have to have a good flow. Like, bro, I was like pacing. That's also why when I picked you up outside, I was like walking back and forth. I was like, oh my God, it's actualizing.
Real,
you know what I'm saying?
Real,
So I still get those nerves. And I guess to say, like, if you have those nerves and it's something that you love, that means you really love it. So guys, do what you love, and even if it makes you nervous, go over that hump, and I don't know, it's gonna be worth it. I'll tell you that it's gonna be worth it, because it's been worth it. These 5 episodes have been a blessing. can't wait for more episodes to come. So thanks for sharing, man. I've seen I'm introspective. All these words, we're learning a lot with my boy Vicente Emmanuel Viamonte Mora. That's how I do it. See, it's not too bad. I'll continue on prioritizing joy. So this next question, man, it's how do you overcome feelings of guilt or shame when prioritizing your own pleasure? I know we're both busy people. Like, there's some days, like we were talking about, like you just want to grind, do our thing. But like, how do you like overcome that like feeling of like, man, you shouldn't be enjoying yourself. We don't have money for the rent, which I mean that's a good excuse. Yeah. We gotta pay rent out here.
Yes, sir.
You know, so how do you overcome that, my man?
For me personally, I think I'm very tough on myself, so that's actually something that is hard for me. Because
his standard is really high, guys. Not just because his height. This guy, man, really pushes it.
Yeah, 100%. Like, but it's more about like the human part. We're all human, and even though you want to be the best version of yourself, you are gonna have those rainy days. But those rainy days, like that's what it makes you appreciate the sunny days. I think we've had this conversation before, or I've given you that analogy before. So, kind of accepting it. Obviously, like if you're late on rent, don't go out to the Korean barbecue.
No K-Town barbecue, no karaoke.
No, but
but it's finding that balance of like, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, and there's enjoyment without the whole pizzazz to it.
For
example, Korean barbecue, you can't exactly do the exact same thing at home, but you can try to replicate it at home with your partner, with your friend, X, Y, and Z.
Man, I need my brother to come in because he loves that stuff. My boy Arnold, ladies going on the show. This guy loves all you can eat. He went there. It was his birthday the other day. He loves like the buffets and everything like that. So yeah, learn from him, man. You gotta watch this episode. But that's good, man. I like how you said that because it's the simple things. You can find enjoyment and embracing it anywhere. Like really, this about having a fun time here. Even a nice little walk. Like something.
That's actually what I was gonna say next.
There we go.
Those nature walks really were like a lifesaver for me at one point. You know, because it kind of resets your brain. Once you're surrounded by noise. We live in LA. It's constant things going on around you, life, bills.
And then your phone doesn't make it better with social media.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Every time you log onto your phone, you see somebody potentially doing better than you. But again, social media is all persona.
Exactly.
You shouldn't base your life off of what you see on there.
Of course.
But yeah, those nature walks for like when I was sick for that month that I came back from London, I actually felt really terrible because I was slacking at my work. You know what I mean? So that was affecting you guys. But going and walking around after work and just going around, going for a hike and stuff, like that really does kind of reset and ground you back into like, okay, you know what? Look at how big and massive this is. Look at me. And it's not that you're insignificant. It's just life isn't that serious.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I like that. The fact that you said light, like, I would say that again. That was really good. That was.
I like not that you're insignificant, but life isn't as serious as you make it to be.
Cause we're all in this together, and then I feel like some people, like, I don't know. You know, I went hiking the other day, bro. Sunday, super high up. I see all the mountains, all that stuff. Yeah. I feel like, man, I'm small, in the best way possible. Like, wow, I'm not here alone, and. It's not the insignificance. It's more like, you know, we're here. It's appreciation, and like, it ain't that serious. Like we're all chilling. We're on a floating rock. Like we're trying to have a good time. Let's have the good vibes, the positivity, enjoyment, all that stuff. Because life is also too short. Like before you know it, we're gonna be in our 40s. 50, like I'm telling you, bro, I'm turning 27 next year. It's going by quick. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I started speeding up after 18.
Oh man, no, like, bro, especially 18. For the youngins out there, listen, like after 18, I'm telling you, like especially after like after high school, and then especially after college or any type of like thing that you experience, it just like goes by like that. And if you have younger siblings or like younger cousins or whatever, like one of my younger cousins right now in the States, he's applying for colleges already, and I'm like, bro, I used to carry him, like a little kid when I was a chubby boy. Like there's no way you're gonna be you're a senior and you're gonna like it's hard to process. Yeah, it really is, bro. You know, so it's like, I don't know, man, our life is too short, so we just gotta enjoy and have a good time, man. Have a good time. Thanks for sharing that, by the way. All right, man, so our final talking point today, indulgences, just like your protein bar. How you like the food, brother? The snacks, the pumpkin?
No, it's fire.
Pumpkins and pistachios. Yeah, see, a lot of peas, pumpkins, pistachios, eat my seeds. Not like that, man.
Nah.
He's like, we're gonna have to cut it.
Pleasure episode talking about eat my seeds.
I needed you on the pleasure one to give you some extra pistachio. Extra nuts. So mindfulness and indulgences. So, what role does mindfulness play in enhancing your pleasure experiences? Okay. So I got you mid protein. Another
good. Mindfulness and like trying to lock into the moment and like being there. That's what you mean. Okay. I think so that's something I do struggle with sometimes. Is like, for example, or that's something I noticed with going out with friends. Is like, I would always be like there, but not mentally there.
Oh my! Woo! He's here with the heat. You're right, bro. No. That's facts. Keep going on that one.
And I think that's the difference between you enjoying something and you just experiencing it.
Because you heard that?
Whenever
enjoyment and experience, 2 E's, different. Woo! Go off.
Because when you're experiencing something, it can kind of get into like that third person kind of view, where it's like an environment is surrounding you, so you just feel like you have to be this, or you have to like assimilate with what's around you. But it actually, Jesus Christ, actually enjoying
all the religions today.
Actually enjoying it is like super different because you're actually focused on what's going on. Obviously, there's distractions. I had ADHD, as we know. Oh. Diagnosed, though. Damn, don't come for me, guys.
Diagnosed, y'all.
So that's actually something I do struggle with. But when I do like need to lock into what I'm doing, if I'm not enjoying it per se, like it's a lot harder.
Oh yeah, it's
a lot harder being present there. And I guess one thing you can do is like, for example, breath work is pretty good to like kind of bring yourself into the moment. Another thing I've seen before, I don't really utilize this one too much, but it's kind of like pointing out what's in the room, what you can feel, what your body feels like, what's the temperature, what's the noises around you. That can kind of bring you down into the moment and out of your head a bit. But yeah, mindfulness is a bit tough for me per se, so I don't know if my advice is the best, but it's definitely something that people should pay attention to. Because, for example, when you're at work, you kind of go in that third person mode sometimes. Where like
tell me about it.
Especially like on register or something. Just like each person is like, how may I take your order? How may I take your order?
It's
how
a
may
robotic
I take your order?
kind of thing, yeah.
And with the way America is, and most countries, with our work week, 40 hours a week, we spend more time at work than we do like in the outside world.
It's just crazy to think about, yeah. It's kind of sad, and we kind of have to, because rent is due, y'all. Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll make it out the hood eventually. Amen. Prayers, all that stuff, all that stuff. Thanks for sharing with that, man. Yeah, no, I think that's really powerful, bro, because being present is probably one of the best things ever, because I think about it like, you know, like the destination isn't as good as the journey kind of thing.
100%.
Like right now, I'm on a cut. I'm trying to get to 12%. I did a body fat. I did a DEXA scan, 17%. I'm trying to get to 12%. But I'm trying my hardest to enjoy the journey while I can, even though, like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, being 12%, like, having the visible six pack is gonna be fun. But once I reach it, I know I'm gonna want to be like, okay, then I gotta go to 9%, or there's always gonna be something more. So I want to try my best to, another P word, be present with my presence. Look at that! Look, all these, I'm telling you, PATTYSHOWPOTBCAST. Patty Show Podcast. He got cold, you know, because he had too much heat over there. But yeah, man, that's really good advice, man. Do you have any other advice? Just kind of wrapping it up, but for people to embrace their joy and their pleasure in their lives, man, just to kind of bring everything together.
One thing I will say is, like, don't try to, for example, if you have a group of friends and you want to try this new thing and they're not really with it, don't let that limit you at all, because I'm like, as you can see, I'm very spiritual. I like learning about those things. But
very curious, bro. I love that about you. Love that about you, man.
The lifestyle I was in, it wasn't much curiosity. It was just like, let me experience this, let me take this, let me do this, let me drink this, like, let's have fun. But I guess because I was surrounded by that, I kind of stepped away from the things that I really took interest in. And even though you might feel alone for a couple months, you know, while you're finding your own interest and finding what you like, the more you learn about yourself, the more people that actually connect and like intersect. Jesus.
Yes, we understood. We understood. Intersects. Yes. Yeah.
Intersect what you will pop up into your life. And when you're trying to be somebody other than who you truly are, which is, it takes a long time to find that. Yeah. I do believe, like, even though I'm young, I'm sure that when I'm 30, I'll probably be talking about different things.
Yeah, of course.
I'll probably be into like a whole different area of life. But staying stuck and stagnant, like, it's very, it just, or for me at least, it weighs heavy on my mind, you know? And I think you can like kind of relate with that too. Is like the constant need to move, and move.
Level up eventually, yeah.
Exactly. Like you want to do something with your life.
Yeah.
You know? So, I think just finding enjoyment is like, just test out everything. Like for example, I don't like movies. I went to the movie theaters by myself. I figured out I don't like movies. Not
okay. There you go.
Like sitting there for 2 hours watching a movie. I don't. But reading, I do enjoy reading.
Wow. Okay.
Which is very interesting.
Different.
Yeah. Very interesting to me. Or even like running, or I'm getting more into working out. At first I didn't enjoy it.
I'm proud of you, man. Locked in. I'm telling you, we got to get some sessions in. Let me know, man. Come to LA.
What kind of sessions?
The Patty sessions. Actually, my fitness Instagram is at Patty Settiati Fitness. I just made the account if you want to follow it. Oh, it's a little teaser. I haven't uploaded anything yet, but I'm trying to hold myself accountable, trying to do some online coaching and all that stuff. But, grind don't stop. But, yeah, man, I'm proud of you always, like, trying new things. And that's why I respect you a lot and, like, hanging out with you. Because when you say you want to do something, you're eventually going to do it. You hold yourself accountable. And that's the energy you need with people. Like, having people around you that, like, stand on business. Honestly, like they say, like, yeah, I'm going to run. And maybe it's not tomorrow. Maybe it's not the beginning, but they stand on business. You know what I'm saying? Like 100%. A lot of people, they say something like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be on this. I'm gonna help you with this," and then the help never happens. And obviously, not to be petty, but our time is money in a way. Like, at least be 100%. Honest, kind of thing. So I respect that. Like, we haven't seen each other in like a month, something like that. But the second I texted you, were like, "Yeah," I was like, "Oh, this is it. I'm blessed." Yeah. And also because it's also good to catch up and all that stuff. But man. Keep pursuing your passions, man. I'm telling you, photography, all that stuff, the clothes, bro. I'm so happy you told me about that clothing stuff, bro. If you need a model, I got you, bro. I'll do some.
100%.
I'll do all the poses, all the clothes. You have a great style, bro. I'm telling you, like, he comes in at work. How you come into work at a Mexican restaurant fresh? Like, let me ask you all that. Homie comes in like he's a customer.
We do have a uniform. We do,
but you come in with like some new getup with the I'm like, bro, I just wear the same thing. You know, bro. I wear like the same shirts, bro. I'm like, it's gonna get dirty. Like my shoes are so beat up. I gotta show you the white ones that I wear all the time. I wear the same thing. I'm just a creature of habit. Like he knows. Those New Balances have been through it all.
It's like routine, yeah.
Yeah, we seen them put in the work. But this guy, stylish. So I'm glad that you're pursuing that. And that trip to New York was beautiful for you. That you got to like
very eye opening.
Have that moment. And I think traveling also helps a lot, man. People don't realize the importance of that.
Yeah, opening up your mind.
Yeah, you get a lot of enjoyment, pleasure, and like it's just a fun time. So I'm glad that you're doing that and. Keep chasing your dreams. Do your things, man. I'm so proud of you. Like I said, I can't believe we only met for less than a year. You're doing so much. You inspire me a lot to do what I can. And, man, I'm just grateful that you're on the show, my man. I'm just grateful, bro. I'm just
very grateful.
So grateful,
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. And y'all, what's the Instagram again, man? Could you share with everybody?
It's going to be 888 vomit. That's it. I am gonna have a new Instagram actually for photography and like my styling.
Oh yes,
and
bro.
And
yes.
For film. That's also something I'm gonna tap
Bro,
into.
Give me that. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yes.
That's gonna be literally the word, not vomit.
He needs help. But did you make sure the thing is safe though, like the handle?
Yeah. I already have it made. I just don't have anything posted.
Bro, that's it.
We're
that's
working
what
on some photo shoots right now with some other models.
This guy is on the same wavelength as me. That's what I did with the fitness one. I just made it, and I'm like. So I don't have to think about it, and then
that's
like
the first step.
Exactly, the first step is always the hardest. I'm telling you, like with the podcast, when I first made it, I was like, I'm nervous, but let me just first get that handle.
Oh yeah.
And after that, it's so hard. I'm learning how to edit, guys, and the audio might not be the best. Sorry, guys. Like I said, internship. If anyone wants to help me out, but it's like that first step is always hard because that fear, bro. We talked about it last week, but that what is it called?
Anxiety and nervousness, but that nervous feeling that you get is passion.
Yes.
And so when you have passion for something, pursue it. Because at the end of the day, like, say you're making like $200,000 a year, right, at this job, but you can hate it. Like your life is gonna be. Oh damn, sorry, I didn't.
Don't worry, we'll cut that out. It's okay. Yeah, he's a record. He's the first one to do it. I think 5. It's okay. It's okay. We'll cut it. I got it.
But
it's good practice for me for editing, bro.
Sorry, I gotta get better at that. But if you just absolutely hate your job, like you're gonna hate your life.
Yes.
Because that's a big majority of your life.
Of course, like we were talking about. You said 40 hours, and it's more, honestly, bro. With work, come on now. There's commute times. Even if you work at home, that's also like there's other stuff that you have to do outside of that work. So it's like you kind of have to find that pleasure in your life when you can and fit it into the pockets of time where okay, this time, yeah, half an hour, that's enough time to do something.
Yeah.
You know, even though, you know, rent is due, we still got to work. But finding that balance, man, and I'm glad that you acknowledge that. Like I said, youngin', you're working hard, man. This is just the beginning of your journey. Keep doing your things, man. And I'm just so proud of you. And, man, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. I love you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks again for coming. And we're just going to have a little wrap-up over here. But, guys, thanks for tuning in today. We had a lot of great insight from the young model, photographer, artist, coming out soon. His
Not vomit. Yeah.
There's no 888?
No.
Okay, so he tricked me.
Trying to like play off of it. I am gonna change my Instagram pretty soon though.
Okay, there we go.
Because my name is a little.
There we go. That's the Instagram. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll workshop it. Yeah. But he's killing it, y'all. Embrace that enjoyment. Have fun. Journal. Walk. Do what you gotta do. You know. And yeah, of course. You know, you can follow us on Instagram at, of course. What is it, my man? At
888 vomit.
No, not yours.
Oh no.
I mean. That's 888 vomit. Yes. What's the podcast one? Let's see if you remember.
Damn, I don't. But it's gonna be PATTY.
Yes.
Oh no, wait. It's the.
There's no the. It's just Patty Show Podcast.
Okay. PATTY. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot what you said. SHOWPODCAST.
Yes, that's the Instagram. Perfect. Proud of you. And our website is exactly. Our website is pattyshow.podbean.com. Has access to all the stuff over there. Spotify, Apple, I don't even know, Samsung maybe. All the different platforms. We're gonna be there every Thursday, 5 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming out on Thursday. So, thank you again. Welcome to the Pleasure Paradise. And any last things to say, my man, to the audience and the people out there?
Surround yourself with great people.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. Remember, join the Patty Party at Patty Show Podcast on Instagram. Trying to get 100 followers. pattyshow.podbean.com. Find us on Facebook, Grindr, Tinder, all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
LinkedIn. Actually, I'm on LinkedIn, so I'm locked in on that. So, yeah, have a blessed day, and arigato. Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Patty Show. I hope you had as much fun as I did exploring the crossing point of the 3 Ps: passion, pleasure, and positivity. You know, if you want to keep that Patty party going, you got to follow us on Instagram at Patty Show Podcast. Share this episode and leave a positive review. In the meantime, keep passionately pursuing your personal paradise. Arigato.